Hello friends, here is today's Sunday Whispers entitled Glued for Life, written by Rodley. Let us begin with today's Bible whisper from Genesis chapter 2 verses 23 to 24. It says, "And Adam said, This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman because she was taken out of man. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall become one flesh." This is a beautiful picture of marital union and intimacy. It is the act of love that is never meant to involve a third party or the same gender, and not even with the interference of the loving parents. To cleave means to adhere to, stick to, or join with. It is the joining of two people, man and woman, into one entity. You don't call it quits when things go turbulent with a relationship. God never promised that marriage would be like living in a carefree utopian world called Shangri-La. Marriage takes both partners talking things out, praying things through, and being patient with one another as they trust God to work in both their hearts. This is especially true when the going gets tough. That's the time when both be reminded of their wedding vows, of whom God was their witness and still is, and they promise one another, saying, "For better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, until death do us part." Cleaving is the key in building a strong marriage that thrives in 4 seasons and survives the fateful storms of life. If either spouse fails to both leave and cleave, it is nothing but a direct disobedience to God's blueprint for marriage. If spouses refuse to truly leave their parents, conflict and stress result. This does not mean ignoring them and not listening anymore to any parental advice. The husband and wife must recognize that their marriage created a new family unit and that this must be of higher priority than their previous family. When God brought Eve to Adam in that first marriage encounter, she was taken out of his flesh and bone, and they become one flesh. Becoming one flesh means more than just a physical union, but goes far beyond sexual or emotional attraction into the higher realm of spiritual oneness, having God at the center of the relationship. This is not centered anymore on me and my, but on us and our. Solidifying the vertical relationship with God ensures that the horizontal relationship between husband and wife be lasting and God-honoring one. Upholding and practicing the principles of God's Word in building a Christian home is not to be taken lightly. Charles H. Spurgeon said, "The trouble is that many homes are not governed by God's Word. Even homes where the members are professing Christians, and the consequences are tragic. Instead of angels being guests in some homes, it seems that demons are the masters." The scriptural secret of a lasting marriage relationship is found in Ephesians chapter 5, verses 22 and 25. And it says, "Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it." There is no other way to make the marriage relationship work. Let us conclude today's Sunday Whispers with this quote by H. Norman Wright. And it says, "In marriage, each partner is to be an encourager rather than a critic, a forgiver rather than a collector of hurts, an enabler rather than a reformer." Thanks for joining us. We hope you found wisdom in today's Sunday Whispers. Until next Sunday.